Hey, Drake. Got myself some plum wine. Alright. Alright. Let's go ahead and get ready to switch it over. There we go. Alright, come on. There we go. Let's get it centered to screen. Oh, come on. Getting it centered to screen. Alright. Give me a second to go ahead and get this started. Let's transition. Boop. Alright. So, today should be possibly the finale of this game. So, gonna go ahead and load. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Okay, new stuff from Augmented Eye. Birth rates decrease as the youth prefers Lilim company. In the beginning of the century, the idea that people would rather be with robots instead of other humans was treated as a joke. But the reality is that the convenience of these kinds of relationships have become immensely popular among Glitch City's youth, to the point where birth rates were beginning to decrease at an alarming rate. What is this, Japan? Annie Mae, a 17-year-old student, god damn it, they went there, agrees with the general sentiment. It's just so much better than dealing with other people, you know? You can just make your own perfect partner. Oh, and sex is amazing. Don't even get me started. It's expected that new regulations will soon be announced to address the situation. I think Japan is doing that. Like, they're actually, from what I've heard, they've actually even been giving out visas to foreigners so they can, like, sleep with the locals to try and help replenish the population. Don't quote me on that, though. Wearing socks with sandals in public is now a crime. Sex is fine, but have you tried cuddling in the blankets with some hot cocoa? That is a good feeling. Yeah. Sex is great, but have you ever gotten a nice crit in that one RPG? Let's see. I like to say we have the freedom to wear whatever we like in the streets of Glitch City, so long as we adhere to decency rules. However, that's about to change. Glitch City's Department of Public Decency has declared that wearing socks and sandals together is a punishable crime. If convicted, the guilty face 3 days in jail as punishment for using that abominable combo. But what do you think? Should we wear whatever we want? Or should the fashion police of high society decide for you? Whatever the case, I think I'll simply stick to the right side of the battle. Goodbye, socks and sandals. God be praised. First silly law I'm all in for. BTC closing 40% of its bars in Glitch City. The British Trademark Council is facing some economic troubles in Glitch City, and it looks like they're on their way out. Blaming rising inflation rates and a weak currency, the BTC is given the order to disband almost half of its recreational businesses in the city. We can't keep doing business like this. Glitch City has a negative impact in our earnings, and we can't continue in the red, a PR representative told the Augmented Eye. Prime Minister Quincy, on the other hand, thinks the BTC is just too greedy. They make a lot of money already, and now they're crying because they can't have more? Give me a break. Oh yeah, this. Late to the party, Augmented Eye. Alright. So that's done. Let's go ahead to work. The way it should be, socks and sandals suck. Yeah. Also, hey, ZL Mayo? Good evening. Hey. Okay, so we've got almost everything, but we're still missing a couple of things for Saturday. And so I designate you, Gillian Applegate, as official guy who goes to buy the rest of the stuff. Gillian Applegate? Applegate? I have no idea who that is. Why me? I could send Jill, but I wouldn't dare send a lady by herself. And I could go with her, but I believe the bar should have at least 2 people in the vicinity at all times. That actually makes sense. You're not going to say anything, Jill? If it means not being delivery girl, I'm happy to fake helplessness. Fine. Give me that list. I'll be back sometime. Something tells me you're planning something, boss. What gives you the impression? Call it a gut feeling. Did you know Gil has a crush? What? A client of his. A girl that owns a bazaar. She's been coming on to him for ages, and he's only just started opening up. But he's taking a step backward, and I'm not going to let him. He's opening up, for fuck's sake. And so the errands will take him to the bazaar, I take it. That's right. Huh. Alright then, to the office I go. As for me... time to mix drinks and change lives. Huh. Gil with a crush, huh? This place. Great! Oh, if it isn't... Hey, Jill! Sorry, but is there anywhere I can hide? There's an unpleasant guy on my trail. Boss, stalked woman incoming. Door's open. Go ahead, the door to the left. Thanks. Hello there. Oh, hi there. The other one, that's the bathroom. Wait, what's the dog doing in the bathroom? Now, where did she? Oh, the hellhole. Perfect. Hey kid, I'll have the usual. Right. Huh, he remembered me after 2 weeks. Oh no, stop thinking about that joke. Oh, from last time. Alright, the usual, he has a beer. So, from what Tuga told me, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And all mixed. Boop. Big beer. Here. This seems right. The paper's been a mess lately. You'd think with all that's happening, they'd stay and do more reports. But they're all asking for vacations, and I can't afford to be understaffed. So I had to come up with some sort of reward for whoever produces the most reports. I see no difference in my feed, though. Mr. Donovan, I don't mean to sound rude, but, you do know the infamy of the augmented eye with the general public, right? A shitty page that'll over-sensationalize everything and report useless things? Of course I know. Then, why not try to rectify that image? Put it simply, I'm being clutched by the balls. In the non-pleasant way. Zaibatsu Corp and Company have an eye on every publication they haven't bought yet. Report on them once, and they'll find something to fine you with. Twice, and you'll find your resources severely cut. Anything beyond that, and the best case scenario is they'll buy the damn operation to keep it quiet. I know there are more newsworthy things than whatever it is the lackeys picked out that week. But if I overstep, my ass is on the line. Glad to see this hellhole is still in one piece. BTC has been going apeshit closing bars lately. Oh yeah, that. Yesterday they closed one that served as a key part of a drug trafficking ring. And last week they closed 3 small bars that served as illegal chicken restaurants. Huh. Not to mention, there are like 100 people who have BTC certificates but never use them. Instead, they keep those credentials around to stop police from raiding their homes or warehouses. I don't know about you, but it's obvious to me that some restructuring will begin at the BTC after this whole thing. Man, shit ran deeper than I thought. And no news outlet talks about that. Alright, kid. Let's try Moonblast now. Come again? Hey, even I have to break the routine from time to time. Fuck, I can't just ask what that order was. That'd look very unprofessional. Alright, Moonblast, he says. To be fair, I can't really disagree with that logic. Oh, wait. 5-6. 1 Powder Delta, 1 Flanergide, 2 Karmatrine. All on the rocks and blended. And boop! Here. Now, let's see what the ruckus is about. So, what brought you here? Oh, right. Didn't you see Lilum coming in here? Blue hair, big tits. She's the one from the Encore concert coming up? Not really. Did she jump to the roof then? Why were you looking for her? Did you want an interview? Not really, just hitting on her. At least he's honest. Hey, I said hitting on her, not hitting her. Stop glaring. Why though? Are you that bored? Don't you have, like, a family or something? Have you seen that girl? Hot as tits. Also hot ass and tits. I'm suffering the weirdest combo of being hard as fuck and curious as shit right now. I want to know just how detailed those King-class CH-1A models are, personally. And so you followed her. I've yet to meet a woman that can resist the charms of Donovan D. Dawson. Are you guys gonna tell him or should I? You're in front of one, and I'm guessing you have quite the selective memory. Blue hair, big tits, so robot Bulma. I mean, just trade the career in science for a career in music, and yeah. Like I said, don't you have a family or something? A wife, but that woman cheats on me as much as I cheat on her. You're supposed to be the bigger man, you idiot. In fact, I'm pretty convinced she gets off at the thought of me cheating on her. Oh god, she's into Netorare. Whatever you people do, don't look that up. So that Lilum isn't here, huh? I'll have to find a busty enough replacement tonight or I'll explode. Too much information, man. Hey, after you're done glaring, please serve me a pile driver. Right. Let's see. Pile driver. Alright. 3 Bronson extract. 3 Flanergide. 1, 2, 3, 4 Karmatrine. All mixed. Here. Alright. Well, seeing as she's not here, I have no reason to stay. Maybe I'll find someone that looks a bit like her. The guy left. Oh, alright. Thanks for sheltering me, Dana. Hope your sister likes the video. Oh no, thank you! Seems you had a hearty talk. Your boss is such a fun person. Her sister is a fan of mine, so I recorded a small video for her, took a couple of photos. Aw, how nice of you. It's nothing, really. And she did hide me, so it's the least I could do. But, well, we're here already. Mind giving me something sweet? Sure. Alright, Sugar Rush. Can't go wrong with that. Okay. 2 Adelhyde, 1 Powder Delta, and let's give her some light Karmatrine. Here. Thanks. So, do you know why Donovan was following you? I don't, but I wasn't in the mood to deal with him. His questions were a bit over the line last time, too. Not the worst I've dealt with, but I just didn't want to humor him. I see. Seemed like he was just trying to come onto you. You don't say. Well, not like you'd have a chance anyways. I'm not into older guys, and I'm already committed to a relationship. Wait, you are? It's not common knowledge, and the ones that hear it try to dismiss it as rumors, but, I've been in a relationship with my producer for a while now. Really? We were both single, and that kind of stuff is bound to happen when you spend so much time together. Yeah. Can't really argue against that. But it all started when he read an entry I made in my blog about wanting to experience love and the like. He offered to help with that after he read it, and I thought, sure, why not? I already knew him well enough, wouldn't hurt to try. Aw, how nice. He's a stick in the mud where planning is due, but he's a sweetheart otherwise. I see. You know, I've met 2 fans of yours lately. Really? Yeah, both of them seemed so excited when they were talking about you. It was amazing. I don't like the term fan too much. It strikes me as a bit pretentious, in my opinion. I have many fans doesn't sit so well. I like many people who like my music better. Fan evokes an uglier and more pretentious image for me. Yeah, I can see why she says that. Do you like what I do, Joe? Do you like my music? To be honest, I haven't had much exposure to your work, but the few things I've heard are really good. And, not gonna lie, having talked to you, I feel like I would support you even if I didn't like it. Oh, so nice to hear. Hey, this will sound familiar, but, do you have anything like tea? Let me see. Anything like tea? Nope. Anything like tea. So I'm looking here. Maybe it's in the sweet drinks, and could find something with Let's see. Let's see, sweet drinks, she'd probably want... Nah. Something like tea. Frothy water? That's closer to... Let's see. Nah. That might be a bit too... Yeah. Honestly, not a fan of tea and coffee. If anything, wouldn't tea be bitter? That's a good point, actually. I'll take a look. Yeah, might have to try Sunshine Cloud. Okay, so that's 2 Adelhyde, 2 Bronson Extract, and... Let's treat it like a Long Island. Give her a little Karmatrine. On the rocks, and blended. Here. Yeah, this works. Hey, you're a Keen Class CH-1A, right? That I am. May I ask you something about your model? Sure. Are there any differences between you and a DFC-72? We both serve the same purpose, but DFC-72s have the port on their heads, which makes them more versatile. My line lacks that or the resilience of the DT-01Ds, but we're a tad more polished elsewhere. More specifically, our voice emulators are more advanced and our movements are smoother. Trade-off of functionality and power for appearance, you could say. I see. So, anything new for this concert? Well, it is an encore, so we're trying to make it the same for those that couldn't go to the first one. But we always try to spice it up, like maybe with a surprise song or something. There was this one time I sang a cover of a song by B-Link. Of course, in return, they sang Your Love is a Drug. So, you know the B-Link girls? Really nice kids. You'd be surprised how different from their onstage personas they are. Really? Suzu, for example, can be really childish at times. She also laughs a lot, and loudly at that. Meanwhile, Aina is a party girl through and through. If they're not on tour, she spends her time partying like crazy. Hard to believe. I mean, their image is that of stoic girls with little expression. Almost like living Victorian dolls or something. Well, they wanted to pop out in the public. They once told me if we want people to notice us, we have to break the cutesy idol concept. And so they took the opposite route by becoming cool beauties with melancholic songs. I wouldn't say they went the opposite way. The opposite of cutesy idols would be unkempt, tone-deaf girls spewing vitriol and hate. True, I guess. Just a second. Well, I've got to go, but let's have a Sparkle Star first. Sparkle Star. Two Adelhyde. 1 Powder Delta. And let's give her a couple... Oh, wait, no. Reset. Okay, 2 Adelhyde. 1 Powder Delta. And let's give her 2 Karmatrine. Aged and mixed. Here. Sparkling! Well, it's always a pleasure, Jill. Please come again. Will do. Oh, the handsome bartender. Nice to see you. Boss, Gil's back and I'll take my break. Alright. Alright. Note to self, buy oil for that door. Alright, let's see. Taking a sip of my plum wine before we continue. Alright then. Yo, you're in my spot. Please. Oh, sorry. Also, you're cleaning one of Boss's chicken buckets. Did Boss ask you to do that? If I told you she did, would you believe me? Without a doubt. Let's go with that then. Right. Greetings. Ah, Stella, what can I get you? I'll go with a Bleeding Jane today. Alright, Bleeding Jane. 1 Bronson extract, 3 Powder Delta, 3 Flanergide. Blended. Sugar. Here you go. Thank you. What brought you here today? Waiting for Say? I came by myself, actually. I was in the area and stopped to say hi. Oh. It's pretty interesting, though. When I first saw you, I doubted you'd ever come here again. Well, this place is comfortable, I must admit. So quiet and secluded. It's also clean. Really clean. Gil's the one you can know that to. The guy takes pride in how clean he keeps things around here. If you ever need cleaning staff, he's a nice pick. Really? He's a bit out of it today, though. I see. Hey, Jill. Have you heard of the new gold rush in the city? Gold rush? Everyone's paying small fortunes to get their hands on pieces of white knight suits. I think I heard or read something about that, but I'm having doubts, so probably not. In any case, how was it a gold rush? Well, the tech behind the suits was always safely guarded, but after the events at the bank... After the events at the bank, the suits were remotely shut down, breaking many of them in the process. Many units dropped their armor right there and fled when the lynchings went on. Any white knights still stuck in their suit had to take the armor off manually to run away. It all happened in the middle of the lynchings, so they'd be sitting ducks if they didn't. Some weren't that lucky. They got beaten up while they weren't able to move. Ouch. So between the suits becoming glorified paperweights and many white knights going on the run, there ended up being a lot of junk lying around. But the whole scientific community is rejoicing. They're on a race to reverse engineer the suits and take as much technology as possible from them. And of course, even single pieces of the armor fetch a high price these days. Could anyone see any profit from that research to justify those expenses? It's new tech, a whole new field ripe with patents just opened for many. So, I'd say yes. Huh. I mean, the BTC is literally a conglomerate built upon patents and trademarks. I can see how. There is one weird case, though. There's this guy named Jack. He's the captain of a very unique Blitzkrieg Corps unit. Unique? The guy had a really small unit, 5 people, including himself. The aesthetics of his unit's armor was heavily modded, to the point that they looked like a squad of henshin heroes. Shoot, how does that line go? Ore wo senju! Hen what? They looked really gaudy. But it turned out that the guy actually broke through the software and disabled the remote switch. He was one of the few, if not the only, suits of armor with the OS intact. To say they're among the most wanted people would be an understatement. You know a lot about this. It's interesting. The amount of things you hear when dealing with drunk people of all kinds in the same place. It also helps to put on the front that makes people lower their guard. That should sound familiar to you. True. Wait. Here's a freebie, a fun fact. The failsafe was originally going to involve the armor blowing up and leaving no traces. But regulations and laws didn't allow that kind of technology near civilians. I guess even Zaibatsu Corps has its limits, huh? People love to demonize Zaibatsu Corps, because, let's face it, they're far from innocent. But they're not evil overlords, they're just greedy. They're just a big corporation. They just so happen to have control over what tantamounts to a city-state. But corporations will naturally resort to draconian methods. I've heard horror stories from people outside the city about trying to use product placement. If you so much as hold a bottle the wrong way or get in the way of a logo, you'll be in for lots of trouble. What is this, China? And let's not start with theme parks or the like. Those are dystopias of their own. Then again, most of the demonization is due to Quincy being such a clown. He has no power anyways. He's just the front that whatever council behind Zaibatsu Corps chose. He makes a fool of himself and the attention is taken away from whatever it is that Zaibatsu Corps is actually doing. So he's not the king, he's the gesture. Yeah. So what you were saying is that Glitch City is basically a huge theme park? I've called the White Knights glorified mall security in the past, so yeah. Huh. No, seriously. And what? Can I get a Brantini here, please? Sure. Alright, Brantini. 6. 3 powder delta and 1 karmatrine, aged and mixed. Boop. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I put in the flanergide. Nope. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. And 1 karmatrine, aged and mixed. Here. Thanks. So, I take it you're in a good mood today? Does it show? A bit. Yeah, well, I managed to nab a couple of tickets for the Kira Miki Encore concert. Nice! Oh, right, as it turns out, she was just here. Again? Sorry. Again? Can't believe I just missed her. I was surprised too. I was more surprised she remembered my name, though. And like last time, she was quite the graceful client. Man, so those rumors about her being really nice in person were actually true? Amazing. I mean, you always want the famous people to be nice in real life, but having such backing to that claim, to hear that she's so nice to everyone, it's nice to hear, you know? In fact, many think that's what made her so famous so quickly. How she's down to earth and totally accessible, making her someone everyone wants to root for. Ah, I see. I get the feeling it missed a hentai joke. No, she was referring to Henshin, you know, like Kamen Rider. Let's see. Although, to be honest, I never put much thought into that one. Hell, half the time I have no idea who made what I use, nor do I care much. Being a nice person will take you far, though. My daddy always insisted that being ruthless in the boardroom doesn't mean being an ass. And he has actually managed to get certain contracts over other, more powerful people. All thanks to being a nice guy overall. Sounds like good advice. But, more importantly, Daddy. Do you really believe me saying she was just here that easily? You're not the kind to lie about stuff like that, so sure. Thanks, I guess. That said, can you go to the concert so easily? What about security and the like? My dad always has a unit keeping an eye on me from a distance. And you'd be surprised at how easily I can disguise myself with just a simple hairdo, with just a different hairdo and a cap. I see. Wonder if I could get in the disabled line with Sei in her wounds. Although she'll probably nag me about how she doesn't need it, and we shouldn't abuse that. Hey, can you get me a classic drink? Let's see, classic drink, huh? By type. Yeah, let's get our beer. All mixed. Here. Thank you. Do you have many servants around the house, Stella? I do, but they've been with us for so long, they're pretty much family. My dad has always said that if you earn someone's trust, they'll gleefully work for you, and everyone wins. We even had a younger gardener that left to study engineering, and he actually came back. He still comes by every weekend to tend the plants. Man, that sounds nice. Let me know if you're ever in need of a job. I might find you something. Thanks for the offer. Wait. I just realized something's off with the whole tech gold rush story. What would it be? Wouldn't all that tech be patented anyways? I get trying to crack it in the first place, but that would be true if the tech was patented in the first place. It isn't? Zaibatsu have been so paranoid about making the White Knights untouchable that they never patented anything. A patent would be in a database that someone could hack and retrieve valuable info from. Not to mention, they've been using tech from other companies without any authorization. And no patent registry in their right mind would approve of that global shutdown signal. Let alone how it immobilized everyone still inside one of those suits. So the ones that were upholding the law did so using suits that were, by all means, illegal. The irony runs deep, wouldn't you say? Why do it, though? When you have so much money, you start thinking you can screw around with the rules. Screw the rules, I have money. All that power makes you think you're above every law there is. And this city is what happens when those with money start making the rules. Either that or you get New York. I'm curious though, have you ever covered up any fuck-ups by using money? I think we've all done things we're not too proud of at some point in our lives. Well, Jill, I gotta go. Always a pleasure. Please come again. Ah, Alma. No hello? You're pretty insistent on that one, aren't you? It's basic courtesy, something I will fight to uphold. First the greeting stop, then say please and thanks stop, and before you know it, boom, total anarchy. Boom, no more Chinese laundry. When did this game turn into a commentary? It's been a commentary the whole time, really. You're exaggerating. I'm not. In fact, I'll go through that door again, and I expect you to properly greet me this time. Fine. Hello, Jill. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore. While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. Didn't know she read Edgar Allan Poe. You overdid it. You totally overdid it. Quoth the bartender, I did not. So you like poetry? I had a phase. Can I get you something? Let's start with a big cobalt velvet. Ooh, big cobalt velvet. I like her style. Okay. So 4 Edelheid. 6 Flanergide, and the rest Karmatrine. On the rocks and mixed. Poetry. Oh. Proton Chugga. Thanks. Oh yeah, there's something I've been wondering about for a while. Does the name Shadowmaster 69 Chronicles ring any bells? What? Wow, you went pale. No, the name doesn't ring any bells. May 22nd, today my daily card readings told me I'd meet great change thanks to an old man. My biology teacher told me I had been picked for an inter-school contest with my latest essay. I just knew a scientific theory on the idea of auras was as revolutionary as I thought. Soon I'll bring the world into the occult science singularity. Later entries don't seem to have gone that well, though. Mentions of being laughed at, being lectured on why the essay was wrong. Ooh. Jill? I made sure to delete that blog. No evidence should be left. I can think of at least 6 different sources off the top of my head that have all that stuff archived. Why? Why? Sheesh, relax. It's not that bad. What do you mean it's not that bad? Don't you realize how embarrassing it all was? We've all been young, Jill. Relax. It's not like you're still like that nowadays. That would have been embarrassing. You're not still like that, right? Gods no, I gave up on that whole occult stuff. It's just that remembering all that stuff is... I don't know. I like the way you looked. All dressed in black with the rare accessory popping out thanks to colors. I mean, at least you had the decency to use makeup and take care of yourself. So you have a pick. Oh god, you have a fucking pick. Why do you do this to me? Why do you dig out the sins of my past? I was bored. Last Friday I had to take my mind off the whole Diana thing, so I ran a small background check on you. Simple stuff, just checking past internet activity. Please don't run background checks like that. I just used a search engine, you know? I didn't request documents or anything. What led you to the page? You do realize your main mail account everywhere is still the one you used back then, right? So, in a sense, she's still Shadowmaster 69. At least that's the implication I'm getting. I don't know if you guys are getting the same one. Like I said, relax. You were obsessed with occultism. I wanted to kiss all the boys. And I kinda almost accomplished that in middle school, which still sorta haunts me today. Never underestimate the lengths old classmates will go to track you down. Especially if they think you're still the girl that kissed them for fun and they're lonely to boot. We all have things we're not too proud of as adults. Now I know how criminals feel when evidence is used against them. I have to ask though, why the 69? It was supposed to be 6'9", not 69. Like in reference to both the lovers and the hermit. I was convinced it meant wise choices. Jill, there's nobody that would read that as 6'9". I was 12 at the time. Even at 12, I fucking knew what 69 was. Just how innocent were you back then? You have no idea. Well, let's sweeten up things a bit. I'll have a sugar rush. That conversation went so many directions. Alright. 2 Adelhyde, 1 powdered delta. Yeah, let's give her some carbotrine. Didn't know what a 6'9" was in high school. I do now. The one big thing I got laughed at, which I still feel really embarrassed about, was I heard so many people use the word boner, but I didn't know what a boner was at the time. So when we had a sex ed class, I thought it was the appropriate place to ask, and I asked, "What's a boner?" And everybody in the class laughed. And one of my classmates, who happened to be like one of the complete douches in my class, all he did was flick his finger up straight, and he said, "Doink." And that visual, I was like, oh, that's what that is. Yeah. Still felt like everybody in that class was a dick. Here. This is the thing. Say, Alma, speaking of the past, what was your last long-term relationship like? That's sudden. You dug through my past. I've earned the right to dig through yours. Fine, fine. Long-lasting relationships, huh? Romantic ones, I'm guessing. Yup. Well, I've had about 4 boyfriends, if I describe as such, that I've introduced to my family and all. The first one was in high school. I broke up with him because he cheated on me. I remember the other girl trying to pick a fight and me just saying, "Keep the fucker." The second one was during my freshman year. Broke up with him after he thought it'd be funny to punch me in the arm. He starts with a friendly hit, and before you know it... Anyways. The other guy I met shortly after I dropped out. He was interested in marriage, but he wanted to get married after only half a year or so of knowing him. And then there's Richard. Who? I spent almost 4 years with him. We got along pretty well, and we had awesome chemistry. I truly loved him. But as time went by, there was a rift that started separating us. He just didn't like my family. He didn't? Moreover, he wasn't a family person. He distanced himself from his own and voiced that he didn't want kids. There was a part of me that wanted to believe, even if just for a little bit, that maybe he'd change his mind. But as much as I loved him, that one detail brought a growing gap between us. And at one point, I just had to break up with him. But I'm not here to depress you. Bring me a beer, will ya? Alright, a beer, huh? All mixed. Thanks for telling me that, by the way. Don't mention it. Okay. One more question and we're even. Wow, you really are embarrassed of that blog, huh? Sure, ask away. At what age did you get those implants in your boobs? Jill, I love you and I know you're saying that in jest. But I've lived through so many rumors about me getting plastic surgery that I can't and won't take it as a joke. As such, and honoring our friendship, I'll just say this. They're real, and they're spectacular. Now ask the real question before I slap you. I'll grant you one and only one chance to call me by my full name as a compensation, then. I gladly take your offer. It's funny that you mentioned slapping because my real question was, why did you get your hands chopped? Chopped. Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first is that I spend lots of time typing, and these replacements help me avoid carpal tunnel syndrome. Oh! There's other utilities, like how I can interface with many devices. For example, there's a tiny computer embedded in my glasses. If I move my index finger, it acts like the computer's cursor. There's lots more, but they're small things that don't sound that impressive when I say it out loud. How did your family take the operation? They took it well enough. Except for my mom. She freaked out for months. She even went to the hospital to ask for my hands. Don't you miss them? Sometimes, but just during emotional moments. But as luck would have it, someone else has them. Shortly before my operation, there was an accident on the highway. One of the victims was this young lady whose right hand got completely crushed. I told them to check if we were compatible and all that. I mean, implants are not everyone's first choice if they can get the natural replacement. Bit of cosmetic treatment and it could pass off as her original hand with no problem. Last I heard, we were compatible and the family agreed to the donation. I don't know what became of her, but I hope she's fine. And you didn't tell your mom about that? I didn't want her pestering the poor girl. So, are we cool now? Are we even now? Are we? You were pretty pissed about my comment regarding your boobs. Again, I'm sorry, it sounded a lot less rude in my head. Yeah, don't worry about that. Besides, I get to call you Julianne once. No, you don't. Eh? Why? You just called me by my full name. Are you serious? One chance and only one chance, and you just used it up. Damn it! Surprise! Oh no, it's her. Hey, Alma, this might be a weird tangent, but, do you believe in ghosts? Hey! Not particularly, no. Although there was this paper I read once that was quite interesting. It proposed a scenario where nanomachine clusters would leave the body after death, and then acted as a collective hive mind through residual brainwaves. The result would basically be an image not unlike a hologram. Of course, the hypothesis fell through because such nanomachine density is impossible in a body. Even 5% of the amount needed is enough to make the blood too dense for the heart. And it's not like brainwaves are potent enough to create those reactions. Still an interesting read, though. I see. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault you convinced yourself that you're crazy. Well, I'll leave then. See you tomorrow. See ya. All done? I am. What about you, Gil? For some reason, the idle girl left him like that, it seems. You think? Might have been a while he was out. True. Hey, boss, you're a fan of wrestling, aren't you? I mean, you were a wrestler, so... That I am, yeah. Why? I was wondering, isn't wrestling fake? Aren't twin tails for little girls and teens with 8th grade syndrome? 8th grade what? When you get down to it, wrestling is as real as a soap opera. I mean, you don't really expect a legal lawsuit to be fixed in a ring, right? Sure, in my ideal world, you would solve legal problems through good old wrestling, but... No, seriously. 8th grade what? But you don't go around calling soap operas fake. It's a show, it just so happens to use fights as an expression. How does no one notice the TV mess up or the lights go off? That is kind of an odd thing to miss. Let's see. As a graphic designer, I do a lot of typing. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't chop off, like, both of my hands for it, but... maybe I'd just take off my left hand and keep my right hand normal. You might as well see it as a unique form of theater. Besides, considering the injuries many wrestlers suffer, it's not all fake. That's why they give you the warning, don't try this at home. Huh, I didn't think about it that way. Sadly, I won't stand for anyone bad-mouthing wrestling. So now I have to go and break Gil's back to make you humble. Oh well. Wait, what? Come here, fuckboy! Fuckboy? Oh god, she went Bane on his ass. 8th grade what? Alright. You were charged with $10,000 for your rent. Have a nice day. Sense of relief will make sure she focuses at work. We have our roof over our heads for another month. Yay! Alright, let's see. What else is there? Ooh. Valhalla. The name sounds silly, or Va-11 Hall A. The name sounds silly and a bit hard to pronounce. Good thing it's actually called Valhalla. The funny numbers and letters are just a code. Anyway, I visited this cute and small bar downtown twice after getting lost for a bit. I think the area was called Neon District. At first it was a bit scary because I forgot my way back, but once I got in there I felt really safe and at home. The bartenders are a bunch of sweethearts, and the boss was such a class act. I even took a photo with her and sent a video to her little sister. I look forward to visiting again. The drinks were very tasty, even though they weren't made of real alcohol. I don't know if I want the bar to suddenly become a fan tourism hotspot. That man had a family, by God! Let's see. Anything new in Augmented Eye? Grand Slam Fighters crowns a new heavyweight champion. Glitch City's most popular pro wrestling promotion crowned a new heavyweight champion yesterday, with Giant Yusuke taking gold from fellow Japanese wrestler Justin Liger. After previous champion 66 American Kid was forced to relinquish the title due to a head injury, GSF decided to hold a tournament to find a new title award holder. The match ended after an epic 30-minute bout, with Giant Yusuke applying a massive German suplex for a 3 count. Ooh. German suplex, that one's nasty. During an interview with AE, Giant Yusuke told us through a translator that he's waiting for 66 American Kid to recover. I won't rest until I beat him clean. He's a man of honor. I like him. After the Great Earthquake, salvage agents are the new rage. The Great Earthquake that sank large portions of the world 5 years ago also created an unexpected new profession, salvage agents. Summer Aki is one of these salvagers, and she shares her experience with the Augmented Eye. Seeing big cities like Tokyo and places like Caracas several kilometers below the ocean's surface, that's something that gets to you, you know? Millions lived there before the Great Earthquake, and it's on me to retrieve their memories, their lives. Aki is now working to retrieve items from a research facility in the Tanegashima Island in Japan. And Australia? Australia is a tad more complicated than that. Because fucking Australia. Alright. New Lilim regulations. The current regulations preventing Lilim from looking more human have been working well so far. But Glitch City's government is planning to create even more new laws so as to enforce robot-like features among Lilim in a bid to reduce identity theft. Glitch City, the first nation to adopt the current standard in artificial intelligence and robotics, was the first to allow robots into normal society, quickly giving them necessary rights so as to sustain a long-term experiment about their role in human evolution. Unfortunately, the first year saw numerous reports of identity theft, resulting in the need for more stringent measures. It is unknown what kind of laws we'll have in the future regarding their existence. But people look more robot-like by the day, too. Alright, let's go ahead and save. And let's get to work. Good evening. Gil? Are you humming Shinespark? Hey, Jill. Are you okay? Are you in love, maybe? Nothing of the sort. I'm fine. Right. No, seriously. Did you fuck? Men only get so happy after they fucked. That's not... Oh my god, you totally fucked. Was it Alma? Did you have 7 minutes in heaven with her? No, I didn't. In any case, congratulations. Haven't seen you this happy since... well, never. Today's escapades will bring us to a familiar place and... Shit. Gil, I'm out. I'm gonna... Not so fast, flat bartender. If that's even your real name. Oh god, she's back. Last time, my viewership had a weird peak while I was passed out. So I'm here to find out what made people so interested. Do I have something in my face? This guy totally fucked. No doubt about it, that gleam in his eyes is unmistakable. Whatever, just keep it down. Ah, Jill, you're here. Isn't that the passed out girl from 2 weeks ago? I'm not here. Oh, sorry. I'll be back in my office then. Anyway. Interesting. Time to mix drinks and change lives. You are too happy and you are too mopey. What happened? I was right. That Laura girl was head over heels for him. I was right on the money. Say, that girl... I'm not here! Sorry. Isn't she the one that passed out last time? Anyways. Betty was right and deserves a beer. And you? I'm fine. Alright. Doop 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 doop. Doop 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 doop. And all mixed. Oh. Here. Woo! So the girl was actually infatuated with him? You should have seen her screaming from the top of her lungs that she liked him. And him just standing there thinking. Just like that. In retrospect, it was a tad too cliched for my taste. Still, I knew she liked him. I was right. I was right. He doesn't seem particularly happy. He never is. Unlike your coworker. Holy shit, did he fuck? You're making it too obvious, Gil. How? That beaming face is unmistakable. The face of a guy who got some and enjoyed every moment. Back to Deal, though. Like I said, he seems lost in thought. Victories like these are few and far between. Let me enjoy myself. Can I get something non-alcoholic here? That's not how you drown your sorrows, piece of scrap. I'll have Bloom Light. Okay. Alright, so slot 1, Bloom Light. I think Gil's just, he's a very private person, so if somebody reads him like an open book, he feels like somebody's invading his privacy. That's my guess. 1 powdered delta, 2 flanergide, 3 karmatrine. Aged, on the rocks, and mixed. Alright, and let's see. Deal wants something non-alcoholic, so let's find something without karmatrine. Yeah, frothy water. Doodle-doop. Aged and mixed. Here. Thanks. Same. Celebrate all you want, but I'm freaking out here. I know nothing about relationships. I have no idea what to do. Well, for starters, she wants to do the robot. What do you think, Jill? Me? Her? Betty, I've seen a few of your relationships, remember? Aside from Veronica, there's Angela, Pamela, Sandra, Rita, Monica, Erica, Tina, Mary, and Jessica. Looking at that list of names, recognizing the names in that order, I swear they went for a Mambo number 5 reference here. There's Pamela, Angela, Sandra, and Rita. And as I continue, they're getting sweeter. Or should I say, didn't share the bed sheets, snores like a pig, cold feet, shampoo waster, chocolate addict, too religious, fan of the wrong rugby team, teetotaler, and chews with mouth open. Jesus. Stick the fork in her? I think she's been roasted until she was done. What do you think, Jill? That you must be quite the heartbreaker to have so many relationships in a short period of time. I mean about piece of scrap situation. And thank you. I'm not the right person for this. Gil? He's still on fucking Cloud 9. Or is it fucking in Cloud 9? What about, Sneaky Sneaky? I'll be damned, she actually hides pretty well. For starters, how do you feel about her? I don't know. I don't know her that well. You could start there. Ask her out sometime. Get to know her. Maybe she'll change her mind. Maybe you'll change yours. In the end, you lose nothing by... What? I just realized I'm giving love advice to a Lilim. So, I don't know how well it applies to you. These things are humans and all, but organs nowadays anyway. Even if that's the case, it's interesting that she felt that way towards him. Why wouldn't she? This fella's a good catch if I do say so myself. And like I said, humans and all but organs. You surely encountered Lilim that you sometimes forget are not humans. Well, we live in weird times, but hey, that only makes them more interesting. It's odd going to other cities and not seeing the same integration of Lilim, though. Well, Glitch City is pretty much the cradle of social experiments involving Lilim integration, so... anyway. Just try to get to know her. You'll find out how you feel afterwards. Yeah, I think I'll try that. It's quite the uninspired advice, if you ask me. Anything else? Let's commemorate the occasion with a piano man and a piano woman. Ooh. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Let's see. 2 Adelhyde, 3 Bronson Extract, 5 Powdered Delta, 5 Flanergide, and 3 Karmatrine. On the rocks, and mixed. And now for the piano woman. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 3. aged, and mixed. Here. And now we reach a stalemate. I'd normally take the piano man, but I feel there's a symbolic value in taking the woman. Why order like that, then? I hate Laura. You what? She's gonna take you away from me. You're my piece of scrap, not hers. You're mine. Mine! Betty, you don't own me. Besides, I can't for the life of me leave you alone. I feel like the moment I let you out of my sight, you'll just crash. That's not a laughing matter. You need someone making sure you aren't kicking people. That's not normal, you know? Besides, it's not like I have something with her yet. You're right. So you won't leave me? I'd worry myself sick if I left you to your own devices, honestly. We should leave now. Oh yeah! We're holding a small New Year's party tomorrow. I don't know if you want to come, but we'll come. Are you sure? We will. Fine. We'll be here, Jill. Anyway, see you then. Bye, Bill. Please come again. Party? I'd love to go. But I told everyone that tomorrow I'd end the year with a party myself, so... Sorry. I totally forgot she was already here. Man, that was such bliss. Still, I can see how traffic spiked. Things can get fun here. And just like the last time, I need to show my viewers something fun. Give me something nasty. Something nasty, huh? Bitter? Let's see. Suplex. Yeah, maybe a suplex. 4 Bronson extract. 3 Flanergide. 3 Karmatrine. On the rocks. Mixed. Give her a... Ooh, actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Give her a big suplex. Alright, so... 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. On the rocks. Mixed. Big suplex. Here. This is the... Hold on. Ugh. I keep doing that. I swear my finger just brushes the wheel button on my mouse. It was nasty, alright. And now it's time for me to be a nice person and give you something nice. Eh? It's the second time I'm here, so it's only natural you get your own copy of my theme song. No thank you. Oh, don't be shy. Let me give you one. I mean it. No thank you. Well, too late. It's already in your player. That can't... How in the ever-living fuck did you do it? Magic! That's bullshit. Video editing magic. Did you just hack into the music player? Let's move on, shall we? Yeah, whatever. Hey, weren't there dogs? Last time you talked about this place like it was this zany haven of sorts, but I see the same shit. Seriously, no decorations or anything of the like? Good question. Where are the dogs? I either haven't paid enough attention to their arrival, or they haven't come. Idols, newspaper managers, talking dogs, and yet this is the same old bar like last time. I might sue you for fake advertising, you know? Now that I think about it, maybe a boss just donated money to this Sierra thing. And then tricked the dog into coming here as a part-timer for kicks. Ah, well, anything interesting lately? I mean, it's not like I miss them, but they should at least show their faces. Hello? Oh, sorry. What did you say? I was asking if there were any new stories. This is not a newspaper, you know. Nor is it a crazy stories on demand streaming service. That's a big fat line, you know it. Shut up. But I said nothing. I meant... So shut that idea up. Yeah, that. I won't. Last time I came here, the viewership peaked for some reason. I want to find out why. Maybe Pretty Boy over there can tell us the story of who he fucked? He's so distracted, he won't even make a retort. Amazing. I guess there's something worth saying, but... And I want to hear it! Well, Kiramiki came yesterday again. You're shitting me. You expect me to believe she came all the way here again? Do you even have proof that, like the glass from last time? Well, if I may interject. This is where I need that meme. I happen to be an expert on this subject. You've been listening, boss? The walls are pretty thin. Oh. Anyway, she did. I even took a pic with her. She did what? Let's see. Why? I try to make an appointment with her and she's always busy. But you sit there and she just comes waltzing over? It's not fair. Hey, if I knew how the hell stuff like that happened, I'd share my secrets. I was just as baffled as you are right now. Yeah, but I bet you're not even that much of a fan anyway, are you? You're not wrong. Can you at least tell me how nice she was as a client? Very graceful client, much like last time. Really nice girl. I'm gonna give you my number. If she ever comes back, you let me know, you hear? I'm gonna let you keep her to yourself. I really doubt she'll come back again, though. She already came twice. I'm not taking any chances. Can't argue with that logic. I need something to drown this anger with. Give me something girly, will you? Okay. Girly drink, huh? Blue Fairy might be nice. You know what? Let's make it a big one. 2 Flannergide. Not the bees, an anime was a mistake. One of the messages going across the screen said, how do I premium? Yeah, because she's a streamer. There it is again. You know what? Fuck it. Let's get her shit-faced. All the Karmatrine! All aged and mixed. This is gonna be one strong blue fairy. Here. Phew. Let's just chill a bit. It's still not fair. You know, you're boring today. You're not chatting that much, nor are you doing anything funny. Maybe the whole peak viewership thing is just you? Eh? Maybe this bar and me both had nothing to do with the spike? Maybe you were just that good? Are you hitting on me? I'm not. In fact, I'm kind of trying to get you to leave. Pronto. Don't be so hard on the girl. She's fun. Another nuisance shows up. Blah, Joe hates me. It's not hate, it's just... Wait, I'm not having this conversation again. Boring. Hey, you are curious, right? About Fuckboy's partner? Wanna know who it was? Do you know? Maybe, maybe not. That maybe not settles it then. Not taking any chances. Oh, come on! Bartender, you're making lots of faces there. It's nothing really. Did the 2 bartenders break or something? Should I call the manager? Tech support? Hey, Joe. Inner and outer voice, remember? Oh, fuck. What? Who fucked? Aside from that guy, I mean. Say, you're, oddly calm today. Well, I've been getting more sleep lately. That way I don't feel like if I stop speaking, I'll die. Crash is one hell of a drug. And wouldn't you know, I can actually make it premium time if I go commando. Too much information. But come on, I'm getting bored out of my ass here. Do something. I'm not a dog. You can't just ask me to roll over, you know? Mind if I entertain you for a bit, then? Boss? You and Gil take a break. I'll entertain the missy here. Alright. Ah, Jill. By that I meant take Gil with you. I don't want him humming to the middle of the road and right into a truck's grill. Grilled Gil. Right. Alright, Gil, come with me. Eh? She is gonna be sloshed. Yes, she is. Alright, let's save here. We're not too far off from the end of the game from what I remember, so I think I'll just keep going for a bit. Want one? No thanks, I don't smoke. Alright, I got a text from Alma. Boss, Alma and Gil didn't fuck. Well, that's a bummer. She is sending congratulations your way, though. Tell her I said thanks, I guess. So, who was the lucky girl? So, it was a guy? Never thought you swung that way. It wasn't a guy. So, it was a girl. And you did fuck. I don't feel comfortable talking about that, you know? You don't make things easy for me, though. How so? I mean, you're pretty hard to get close to, you know? You never talk about yourself. You're talkative so long as it doesn't involve you directly. Teasing you is literally the only way I know to get through to you. You make me sound like some weird loner. You are a weird loner. Ouch. At least tell me if you enjoyed the night you spent with whoever it was. I did. Good for you. Why are you humming Sunshine Stone so much, though? Well, after that idol girl came yesterday again, I looked up her discography and can't stop humming or listening to them. Right. Oh god, you didn't fuck the idol girl, did you? No. Why would that be a problem, though? I don't know, it would just feel weird. Well, that's that for the break. Let's go. Right. Oh, and, Gil? Keep in mind what I said about opening up more. I mean it. That way we won't tease you so often. Listening to you say that has to be the weirdest thing I've heard this year. Shut up. I wonder if Alma finds Gil attractive. And that's that. Back. What were you two doing back there? Fucking. Oh, so just chatting then. Holy crap, did you two really fuck? John has the face of a man who fucked to death recently. See, Gil, you're making it too obvious. How? What will you have today? I'll have a gut punch. Coming right... Eh? What? Nothing. Dorothy wants a gut punch. Is the world ending? Yeah, that does seem to be a big change of pace for her. Bit of a gear change, if you ask me. Aged and mixed. Here. Stop looking at me like that. Sorry. Are you okay? It's weird for you to order something like that. Yeah, I'm just trying out stuff. Did you know Lilum tongues are designed to identify food using chemical components? Oh, I thought I heard something. Our tongues were designed with the human ones in mind. For example, the first flavors that we detect are sour and bitter, just like you guys. I checked my personal specs, and apparently my sensitivity is set to 1.2235 times. That makes me hate those flavors because I feel them harder. Sorry about that. Why all that exposition? I mean, I'd lie if I say I wasn't interested, but why? Well, after last time I got curious and started checking how many of my systems worked in detail. For example, the tips of my fingers are so sensitive to vibrations, you could make a seismograph with them. Huh. And checking that, I found that it's all based on how humans work. And that got me thinking about what you said. I mean, for my systems to work, humans had to understand how they work. And after all those discoveries, they're not any more or less artificial. Why should I be? I don't know, looking up all of that suddenly made me feel real. It was the opposite of what I felt last time. I feel like I'm here right now. Glad to hear that. Alright then, let's try something sweet now. Something sweet, that's more like it. Alright, can't get any sweeter than sugar. 1 powdered delta. Let's make it a big one. Nope. Not the... Alright, boop boop. And... all mixed. Here. Ah, nice. To be honest, it's a bit surreal for me. What? I'm here talking to you, and you're answering like any human would. You're even expressing happiness. I remember when I was a kid, I usually tried to strike conversations with AIs. But after a bit, they'd just start looping through their built-in answers, repeating the same things over and over. That always made me crash back into reality. When I think back to that, having such advanced AIs like you right here, right now, it's amazing. I don't know, it makes my inner child happy to see something she always dreamt of. Helps when I feel particularly cynical. Aw, you flatter me. Besides, I've always thought about humans like nature's Lilim. The method might have been different, but we too are evolved from a more simple form ages ago. If Lilim managed to create biological life years from now, it will all have come full circle. So what I should take from this is... you love me? Don't overdo it. Anything else? Let's go with the sugar rush. Another sugar rush. Okay. Do. Once again, make it a big one. Nope. 2 powdered delta. And let's give her some Karmatrine. Even in doubt, my love for these is real. How romantic. Man, that Go-Go is a blast! Don't you feel like talking a bit more with Dee Dee? Dee Dee is too much of a prick, and Go-Go is tired. Besides, I want to talk with the bartenders. Oh, fuck. Well, I tried. Jill, I'll be in my office. Cute little girl, Lilim! Cam girl! Oh, fiddlesticks. With their forces combined, they have become a power too terrible, too monstrous for this world to comprehend. The cute little Lilim girl and the Cam girl. What does this world come to? This world is ending. What's your name, girl? I'm Dorothy Hayes, at your service. Do you come here often? Are you hitting on me? Hey Dorothy, I'm in the middle of a live stream. Do you want to participate? Sure, sounds fun. Okay, let's take a recommendation from you. What should I drink next? Try the Sugar Rush. Bartender, Sugar Rush over here. Bartender. Sorry, what? Sugar Rush, please. Right. Alright. Now I'm getting Streaming Chan a Sugar Rush. That's 3 Sugar Rushes in a row. Let's make it a big one. Boop, 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 boop. Should I just go all in on the Karmatrine? Really tempted. Camgirl has some connotations. I think they kind of went into that earlier in the story. Let's go ahead and mix. Here. Good choice, Dorothy. Yay! So, what are you doing in my turf? Streaming Chan. Yes? No. I mean, that's what she calls herself. Man, that's a tacky name. Yeah, but it's my tacky name. Actually, that's not really my name. What's your real name, then? Behind Streaming Chan's awesome mask lies the humble Nicole Chen. Humble. Why not call yourself Streaming Chen? It's funny that you mention it. Yeah, see, when I started, I called myself Nico Chen. I changed websites, so the name felt a bit out of place. Thus, I became Streaming Chen. Everyone nicknamed me Streaming Chan, though, so I just went along with it. Oh, yeah, I get it. At one point, I was going to call myself Dolores Hayes. Then I realized the name was as subtle as a brick to the face. I think that's a reference to something. Anyway, I'm here because last time I came, I ended up with greater viewer numbers than usual. So I wanted to treat my loyal audience again. Oh, I see. Well, you came to the right place, especially if you're looking for some comfy fun. Honey here might seem harsh, but you just need to crack her shell. Shut up. See? You just need to say the right thing at the right time, and she becomes a sweetheart. Quiet, you. Don't play hard to get. You know it's true. Hey, Stream Girl. That's me. I'll regret asking this, but don't you have a sponsor? It's weird that it's been this long without some advertisement. I have, but you see, the contract with them expired, so Marvin, the business guy or whatever, had to make a new one. He was gonna send the draft to his lawyer, as it had a couple of additions, but, let's say he got too excited with my VR model and the contract became unreadable. Hey, MKX King! You play a lot of Mortal Kombat? John, yeah, alright. Oh, so he used the contract to... Yep! He cut it into a pair of panties and rubbed it vigorously on his penis. Wow. I mean, you'd expect certain principles to be upheld even in the adult VR industry. I reported him and he got fired, but now they're looking for a new business person thing. Honestly, I think the paper cuts all over his dick are punishment enough. But I mean, why the contract? I don't mind it if he tagged off some image of me, but the contract? That's money you're soiling right there. I guess he was just trying to fuck the bureaucracy! I'm just gonna... yeah. I would have gone back on the deal were it not for the owner paying me a visit and apologizing profusely. Some people seriously. Dick paper cuts. I've done enough crazed teacher fantasies to know they can be a problem. Dare I ask? I don't think you need to have experience to understand that. That said, Gil's been grimacing for a full minute now. Don't mind me. Huh. But you know, I like you, Dorothy. Why don't we celebrate with beers? My treat. Alright! 2 big beers, honey. 2 big beers. That actually sounds good. Alright, so 2 big beers. That was 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All mixed. And now for number 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All mixed. And boom. Here. Cheers! Cheers! Alright. I'm not feeling my tongue or my feet. Time to get lewd. Did I hear lewd? Do you have any stories? This'll be a treat for non-premium users. I once met a guy that insisted on doing it in a jacuzzi. He didn't mind being in premium time, so I started setting up the cameras. And man, was it a challenge. I wasn't just gonna stream over the water, I wanted some underwater action too. What did you do with the bubbles and all? That was the least of the problems. We just turned the jets off. But not only did I have to make a makeshift underwater cover, I also had to keep in mind the heat. Heat isn't good with cameras. Did you try chilling the cam a bit and putting it in a bag with some filling? We made something more convoluted. We took a small cooler, opened a hole for the lens, and sealed it with plastic. I made sure things looked good through the cam and started recording. Threw in some cooling packs, sealed the fuck out of the cooler. Did it need any weight? Yup. Luckily the guy was into bodybuilding, so he used some old dumbbells. He was also ripped as fuck, but that's another story. It was all a success, but it's also the last time I have sex on a jacuzzi. Blood rushing, hot water, felt like I was dying midway through it. Thank God he decided to resume the action out of the water midway through it, or I would have surely died. At least the guy didn't burn himself. What do you mean? Last time I had sex on a jacuzzi, my body got so hot the guy almost burned his dick. Consider it investing in a cooling system, but it's so situational and expensive that I'll pass. Besides, those cooling systems require too much maintenance. Wait, I think I should leave, but care to join me in escapades for the rest of the night? Can I plug my services at the end of the night? Sure. Then count me in. I've got the perfect stories. Let us be on our way then. Goodbye, bartender. Bye, honey. Well, let's start the story. You see, there was this Mega Santa. Wait, seriously? They left. And so the evil has been released unto the world to wage its war on its path of destruction, to terrorize the common folk, and leave nothing but despair in its wake. A pair made in hell. At least they look like they're having fun. That method of filming underwater sounded convoluted as fuck, though. But I guess it's hard to keep a cool head when you're horny. We're done, boss. Man, don't you just feel great? Were we in the same place? Here, Jill. What's this? A bonus. Today I got a taste of the kind of clients you deal with, and, you keep it up. Well, tomorrow's the big day, so get ready. That goes for both of you. Either I'm getting old or that girl was too much even for me. Nice. No new notifications or reminders. Happy New Year! May all your wishes come true in the new bountiful year filled with health and joy. Alright. Let's see. Anything new? Nope. Let's save. Alright, and if I remember right, this is the last segment of the game, so screw it. We're gonna forge ahead and finish this story up. This should be the last chapter, so... Well, let's see. Gil's in the back getting everything ready. I'll go grab some food I've ordered. They only agreed to work on New Year's if I went to pick it up myself. Are you alright? I'm scared. Gabby will show up at any minute. Relax, everything will be alright. I can assure you of that. Drink something. Maybe that'll cheer you up. Maybe. I'll leave you for a bit, but keep your chin up. If you get through this, I'll give you, I don't know, a hug. How does that work? A hug? A big one. Reward for after everything's said and done. Hey, hug therapy is a thing. Gotta go. You can do it. Right. Everything's fine. You've been avoiding this for all these years. Now it's time to face it head on. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything will be better after I talk to Gabby. Boss might even give me a hug. I'm okay. Hello. Gabby. Come in. Excuse me. Welcome to Hey! You talk first. No, well... Some days ago, I got a letter. And even odder than getting a letter is the fact that it was from your sister. A what? My sister sent you a letter? That's the first I've heard of it. What did it say? I don't know. I never opened it. At least, not until now. Huh? I figured I should read it with you. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's read it. Alright then. Sorry. Just that? Yep. Isn't there anything else in the letter? Maybe on the back? This is just like your sister. I spent days worried about this letter, not wanting to open it for fear of what it might contain. I lost sleep and appetite thinking about it. And after all those worries, after all those problems, after all these years not talking to her, she sends me a letter. A fucking letter of all things. And she just says sorry? Sorry for what? For our fight? For not talking all these years? Now I'm fucking pissed. Are you laughing? Sorry, I remembered all the times my sis provoked you that way. Like that time where she gave you chocolates labeled 1, 2, and 4 during Valentine's Day. And you were pissed about the lack of a 3. Or that time when you left an unopened beer bottle on the table and she sneakily opened it and took a sip. She didn't tell you she did it and you were confused all day long. She always bragged she knew me like the back of her hand. If the letter was supposed to piss me off like that, I guess she had all the rights to brag. Maybe she was being sincere, though. She did express to me that she was sorry on more than one occasion. She did, huh? How familiar with the Nazuverse? You mean like Fate Grand Order, Tsukihime, and all that? I play Fate Grand Order a lot, so I really got into the Fate series. In fact, as of this coming February, I will have played Fate Grand Order for a whole year. Yeah. Anyway, back to the story at hand. You told me she died from localized nanomachine rejection, right? In her heart, yeah. Instead of the massive rejection that always makes the news, her case was more focused. They usually amputate or replace the part and call it a day. But organs are different. The condition made her susceptible to transplant rejections. Not to mention, artificial hearts and genetic treatments were out of the question. Yep. Thing is, apparently she suffered that since she was 18, but kept it a secret from everyone. Why? Hell if I know. I was angry to learn that she hid it. Why didn't she tell me? Was it to avoid worrying me? Was she ashamed? What was it? Wait, how did she live so normally then? She had to use a serum. Shots near her heart every 3 days. Apparently, the serum burns like hell. The shot even left her a nasty mark where she had to apply them. So the thing near her left breast wasn't a birthmark? And the rejection was what ended up killing her? The nanomachine rejection was what ended up killing her, but they couldn't find what made her so vulnerable. Doctor said she might have missed a shot, or the shots made her other defenses grow weaker. The condition could have just gone nuts out of nowhere, or maybe it was blood pressure. Maybe it was a regular heart attack and the rejection acted afterwards. They don't know. She kept it a secret from everyone, so nobody knows. Maybe if she had told me about it, I could have helped her. Maybe she'd still be alive. Maybe she wouldn't have faced it alone instead of just dying in her sleep. Thinking about what ifs won't bring her back. Eh? I spent so much time hammering myself with what ifs after you told me she died. What if I waited to cool down a bit back then? What if I just swallowed my fears at that very moment? What if I had apologized earlier? What if I had given a chance of research institute thing back then? And the amount just increased threefold after I lashed out at you the other day. But today I realized something. Having such regrets with the dead is a hollow effort. You're alive. You're here. I can make amends with you. But I can't make amends with the dead. I can't apologize to her like I can apologize to you right now. Jill. Lenore, she's resting now. She's just resting after having that heart condition all these years. She didn't have to face it alone, though. If she only... So, let's celebrate her life and achievements. If we are to mourn, let's mourn her together. If we are to honor her, we'll do it together. Together. Lenore was a fun-loving person. Best we can do right now is try to lighten up, even if it's only for a moment. I need to ask, though. Did she really start to complain about those chest pains shortly after I left? No. She didn't get visibly worse after you left or anything. Everything was actually too sudden. She did complain about chest pains from time to time, but that actually goes way back before you left. Back then, we thought it was just acid reflux or something. Gods, I even blamed her death on you. I was just too angry back then. Part of me just wanted to put the blame on someone or something. And you didn't deserve that. Sorry. Hey, I'm sorry too, you know? We both have things to apologize for. Don't think too much about it. I should have been mature and not shouted at you either. So, let's just call all that water under the bridge, shall we? Are you sure? Of course I am. So how did you find me exactly? Well, have you heard of a message board called Danger U? I have, yeah. Well, truth is that I visit it from time to time. And the other day I read a thread that discussed the bar. And the description of the bartender sounded just like you. What was a kid your age doing on Danger U anyway? Are you mad? No, not mad. More like dumbfounded. Hey, Jill. Can you tell me what the problem was back then? What sparked that fight? Weren't you happy with my sister? Well, back then I didn't know what to do with myself after I graduated college. I went in and pretty much hated my last couple of years there. It's not far-fetched to think that I only tolerated being there because your sister was with me. Had she stopped supporting my studies, I would have quit right then and there. And then after graduating, I got a very good job offer that she accepted on my behalf in no time. She kept saying it was the best for me and my future, but I was livid. Why did she have to do that? I hated it. I didn't even know if I wanted to go there, but she still insisted so much. Like she was forcing that burden on me. And then my became our future, and she started talking about marriage. You were going to get married? I don't think we ever took it seriously. It was just something she kept mentioning. Not like we didn't think about that down the line, but she mostly teased me with it. But the thought suddenly scared the shit out of me. I loved her, but I don't think I was ready for such a commitment, especially considering what she did. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I wasn't going to let her decide such a big thing for me. I mean, she could be really pushy from time to time. Like I said, I pretty much passed college thanks to being with her, and that was partly because she was so pushy. Even if she had the best intentions, she could be abrasive from time to time. And it rained down on me at that moment. She took it upon herself to make that choice for me. What would have stopped her once we'd gotten married? What if she suddenly decided to craft my life to her needs after marriage? I knew her. She would do it thinking it was best for me. But what about my freedom, my say on the matter? So that's where you stopped loving Lenore? No! I never stopped loving her, which is why it hurt so much. But you have to understand, I didn't want to wake up 40 years old and working a job I hate. Just out of routine, getting used to it. I wanted a break from everything for a while to put my thoughts in order. Regroup myself, think carefully about what to do next. I can understand. I've sometimes felt the same, although I'm not even in college. So that's what led to you two fighting, huh? You know, the word fight makes it sound like we exchanged blows or something. It's all silly when I think back to it. Tragically silly. Maybe I was the one who started the fight, getting all defensive about not wanting to take the offer. Perhaps if I didn't overreact to her arguments about wasting this huge opportunity, maybe she wouldn't have lashed out at me this bad. Could have been avoided if I'd just kept a cool head and talked about that with her. My sister said something like that. Eh? I told you she mentioned on more than one occasion how sorry she was about the whole thing, right? Should have listened to her to the end, but instead I kept pushing her. I should have kept a cool head instead of letting my jealousy take the best of me. It was her offer, not mine. Should have stopped projecting myself so much into her. Something like that. Lenore. We were quite the hotheads. You, me, my sis. You were supposed to be the mature one, you know? Play your role correctly. But why didn't you come back, Jill? Did you end up hating us that much? Did the break include us too? No, it's just that... Remember when your sister was giving a class and you broke a window? How you didn't want to see her for fear of being scolded? But my sister wouldn't have scolded you. But I was afraid. Dead afraid. I couldn't bring myself to face your sister. But I faced her back then, and I was like 7 at the time. Why couldn't you do it? It's not quite the same. And in perspective, no matter what reason I came up with, it will never make sense. Everything sounds very stupid when I look back, you know? Not that it makes things easier. I won't ever get to speak to her ever again, and it feels bad because it's stupid. I swear, you and my sis were meant for one another. You both moved on after all that, but neither had the courage to go back and say you're sorry. And like I said, berating myself over those past mistakes won't bring her back. I miss her so much, though. We were together all the time, always talking about dumb stuff. I wouldn't call my parents useless, but she was the one I could always talk to. I feel her absence every day. Everything is just so quiet now. She was an amazing person. Yeah, she was an amazing person. Eh? Mourning is fine and all, but we should be celebrating her life. If she was here, she would tell us that there's no fun in sulking for so long. She told you that all the time. The same way she told you to stop rubbing things in people's faces. Both figuratively and literally. Hey, I was 8 back then! So let's have a toast in her honor, shall we? A toast? Yeah, let me get you a drink. A drink? Don't worry, trust me. Preferably something sweet. Alright, let's find a sweet drink. She's a kid, so no alcohol. Here we go. Sparkle Star ought to do it. 2 Adelaide, 1 Powdered Delta, no Carmetrine, just aged. Yeah, let's make it a double. And mixed. Grab this for a sec. Okay. Lenore, I know you're watching from the beyond right now, as I give a drink to your little sister. It's obvious to me now that we both meant to make amends at some point, but we never got around to it. I can't apologize to you anymore, but I can at very least make your rest easier. So know that I'll look out for Gabby in your absence. I'll make sure Gabby grows into a fine woman, just like you were. I'll always be there for her. I'll be sure the little brat doesn't face the same problem you and I had. Hey! Want to add anything? I'll always miss her. Don't say it to me. Say it to her. That's a bit... Come on, just this once. I'll always miss you, sis. Sis, you idiot. Why did you keep that secret for so long? Idiot. I always told you everything. Wasn't I enough? You idiotic idiot! Ugh. Hey, Jill. Promise me you won't be like that knucklehead. That you won't keep stuff like that to yourself. Only if you promise the same to me. And promise me we won't fight? I can't do that. Eh? You and I are both too thick-headed. Sooner or later we'll clash on some opinion. But what I can promise is that I won't run away like last time. We'll both cool off and talk it over like the adults we are. I'm not an adult. Let's face it, you've been more mature than I have. Hey, did you mean what you said? That you'll look after me? I'll always be here for you, Gabby. I mean, I'm not Lenore, but... wouldn't dare leave my little sister alone. Chill. Hey, wasn't this a toast? Ah, right. For Lenore, faithful sister and girlfriend. Cheers. Cheers. So, about this drink. Can I drink it? Do you like it? Take a sip. It's not bad. Why not drink it then? You're with an adult. We might as well break the alcohol taboo here and now. Right. Now that I think back to it, didn't your sister give you beer once as a prank? Oh, yeah, that. It was April Fool's. I should have known better when she offered me apple soda. I put bubblegum on the soles of all her shoes in retaliation. She walked funny. And my jaw hurt for the rest of the day. Yeah, but did you know you got my drink that time? Huh? She gave me a beer, it turned out to be apple soda. Oh. Did you get back at her? Well... I did hide all the dildos in the house that night. only to find she knew how to use a cucumber. And as a follow-up, she used that same cucumber. Oh, wow. Wow. That's fucked up, but also kind of funny. She said, "So, do you like eating me for lunch?" Jill? "I'll tell you when you're older. Or never at all." Hey, Gabby. Do your parents know you're here? They think I'm at Clary's, actually. Who? Oh, she's my best friend at school. And this Clary knows you're using her as an excuse, right? Of course. How would she cover for me otherwise? True. Will you go to her house afterwards? To be honest, I didn't think that far. Maybe I will. I do live in another district, but Clary doesn't live close by, so... Just a second. Sorry about that. Anyway. Well, it can't be helped. I live nearby and the streets aren't exactly safe at night. Why not stay with me tonight? Are you sure? I don't live in a mansion, but I'd say it's comfy enough. At least to spend the night. Sure. I'd love to stay with you. Great. Hey, does your dad still have that bakery? His bread was really good. Yep. He opened his second branch last year. Oh, so he's looking to expand. I think he's got into a partnership with a friend in Motor District. The guy saw an opportunity after realizing Motor District has almost no bakeries. I still remember when your sister introduced me to him. He started shouting, "I knew it! I fucking knew we were a lesbian. Mark one for daddy." I think he had this bet with an acquaintance of his ever since my sis was 12 years old or so. Dad said sis was into girls, the acquaintance didn't believe him. He bet a beer on whether he was right or not. That beer bottle is still in the fridge, even labeled Sweet Victory. Your mom and Lenore never made up, did they? I guess that one wasn't as simple as the said one too many things argument. Mom was always obsessed with high society, and in her circle of friends, a lesbian daughter was a no-no. I'm still on my sis' side for that one, though. Mom didn't reject her because she herself was homophobic. She did it because her friends were. To Mom, the opinion of her circle of friends was worth more than her own daughter. How did she react to her death? Dunno. Mom and Dad broke up 2 years ago. They did? They never got married, so there was no proper divorce. I haven't seen her since August, I think. Did you two fight too? No, she just hasn't showed up. You must have felt alone, huh? I've been there. A bit, but I'm not alone anymore. Thanks to you. Huh? I thought there was going to be a party here. Alma, over here. Party? A small New Year's celebration. Want to stay for it? I don't want a kid to burden. Don't worry, you won't. You'll only get cola for the night, though. No alcohol. It'll give us time to catch up even more. I can introduce you to some friends. Are you in? If you don't mind me. Great. Hey, Alma, come here. There's someone I want to introduce to you. Aww. There we go. We got a nice little ending. I mean, it's called Motor District, probably called that for a reason. I think they went into that in the story, like that's the district where there's like a ton of illegal street racing. Something like that. Let's see. Huh. Additional sound effects, freesound.org and soundsnap.com. I might have to look into that. Because, I mean, if I want to make a game myself, it's got to have good sound effects, right? I could definitely see why you love this game. Yeah, it's got some good humor. It's got some really cool charms. I love the aesthetic of it. I love the characters, very lively. Yeah, I cannot recommend this game enough. And if I remember right, the sequel is actually not too far from coming out, if it hasn't come out already. But yeah, if you're into like a lot of adult humor, some political and social commentary or whatever, I'd say definitely pick up this game. It's in the Steam shop. If I remember right, it's like $15. I'll have to double check the store page. Published by Eastbridge Games. At least I think that's how you pronounce it. Did you have fun? Yep. I also got to meet a cat boomer. Why did your boss hug you, though? She's that kind of person. Now let's sleep. You were dozing off back there. You're right. Good night, Jill. We'll play some more tomorrow. Good night. Gracias, peluche. Should inform you that my counterplan involves a lot of finishers. What you talking about? Suppose the short version is that Kotomine, my dudes, is siding with several others against the Spurgs, as well as Chaldea alongside for several organizations. God damn it, Kotomine! Quick, we must distract him with Mapu Tofu. Alright, and that's it. Yep. Sunday, August 27th. I guess this is where we part ways, huh? Sadly, I'm bound to this city. I can only falsify my identity effectively around here. Really want to thank you, Chief, for the second chance you gave me. If we ever cross paths again, Gel, we're leaving for like a week and a half or something. Don't be so dramatic. But And you're taking care of my apartment. We will cross paths, because I live there. Time you spend setting up a useless farewell could be used asking me things about the place. Like where the switches and valves are. But I already know, they're in that control panel you made. But I like talking about that control panel. I'm proud of it. Speaking of obsessive likes, Jill, stop calling her Armitage. She'll take care of your 4-ball just fine. I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about me. I've never been away from 4 this long. I don't know what I'll do. You'll do just fine. You did pretty well for the last 25 years before finding him. Yes, but we're leaving. Oh yeah, before I forget. I left you a box of condoms on the first drawer of the desk, Gil. You what? You what? Hey, if he wants to bring his new girlfriend or whatever here, I want him to be ready. Oh, but just one condition. If you're gonna fuck like rabbits, stay away from my room. I have too many pics of my Emoto there, and I don't want their eyes soiled. Who? Little sister. Then just say little sister. Yeah, whatever. First stop, Panama. Here you can now save heart data. Loading heart data from the title screen or bar will let you start over from day 1 while keeping your items and money. So, basically, New Game Plus. I am gonna save. Boop. Boop. And there we go. So, the game is done. Ugh. Alright. And that concludes Valhalla, Cyberpunk Bartender action. And you didn't see this first time around, but first time I played it, only Jill was here on the title screen. But after I completed it first time, Gabby was here too. Alright, I think that's going to be it for this stream, so let's see if we can find a good raid target. Who do we have on? Let's see, there's Ray, there's Masayanella, there's Patty, there's Gaijin Goomba. Yeah, let's go ahead and raid Masay. Alright, so what should we raid her with? Let's raid her with, hashtag mixed drinks change lives. Yeah. Alright. Mixed drinks change lives is going to be our raid message this time. Copy. And we're going to go ahead and raid Masayanella. This might be the last stream of the year. No guarantee. I'm gonna try to, stream something else tomorrow for, Mega Man Monday. But time will tell. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Have a good one.